Krea is amazing. Krea is an amazing tool, and so basically we're going to just start. We're going to start using it. I've been using it for a long time, but the nodes tool is super powerful. So basically, instead of just traditional image generation where you have your prompt and you then want to go in and change that or try different image models, so you might have a text prompt and you want to push that into different models, we can do. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. There's some sculptures that I've done in the past, and some nice images of sculptures, and we're going to relight those. So we're going to take them, we're going to try them in different lighting conditions and actually come up with something nice. So yeah, there's been some really nice tools coming out of this, and you can actually make this into an app. So you can string all the nodes together, create then an app so that you have a very easy process to be able to go in and just actually run it again. So I've created a number of sculptures in like a studio environment, but that doesn't really quite sell it. So basically being able to do that and actually come in is super useful. Really useful. So yeah, let's have a little look. Let's jump in. So I'll show you what I've done in the past and what's super useful. So Krea, for those of you that don't know, Krea is a really great app that aggregates everything together. So in here you'll be able to generate images, and you've got different settings here. So if I just make myself a little smaller, and I can split the screen as well, which will be super useful as well. So I'll do this just to show you what's on here. So you can generate images, generate video, you can edit images in here. You've got image to 3D objects as well, so you can train your own styles. It's a super powerful tool, really useful. So yeah, you can just come in and start to really play with things. So I have a number of sculptures that I've done in the past and then got some really nice outputs. So today we're going to be just having a look at those, and we're going to be going into nodes specifically here. So we'll click that, and we have projects, and then there's apps, and then different examples. So this just really shows you how the apps as an output can really work. So you can throw in an image, any particular image you want, and then you can start generating images. Click generate and it'll use the amount of credits specified, and there you go, you get yourself an output. So for this one here, you can upload a product image and then it'll put it in the water and then give you a nice animated thing. I built this before, just playing around with it, so I wanted to put in my sculptures and put in an image of me, and then being able to turn that into a video of me sculpting the sculpture, and do it into a little time lapse. So yeah, really quite powerful tool, and you can build it if you have a lot of repeatable tasks. So what I like specifically, I like this one that was made by Krea, which is just a Photoshoot app. Really nice. You can come in and you can pick whatever you want. So I'll just move that over a little bit. You can come in, and this is an example here of another sculpture that I wanted to use and actually just try different lighting arrangements. So this is how the app works here on the left. You just put in any image you want and then give it a scene description, and then that's what you get. And so you can use ChatGPT to help do some of these scene descriptions as well, or to give you different options, and that's exactly what we'll do today. This is just a super chilled Sunday stream, just showing you guys the process and the workflow, because there's so many different things, and if this is useful for anyone, then yeah, I hope so. Let's just jump in. So choosing a file, then I'll just come in and pick one that I had before, something that's completely different. So this is a sculpture that I'd done before, and it's a mixture of old Mid-Journey designs and 3D models that I've done. I'm just going to click generate here, and you'll see what we get from it. Yeah, cool. I get something like this. So feel free to add any comments if you have any questions. Happy to answer them. There's lots of things that you can do with these tools, so yeah, really nice. So whilst we wait for this to finish, I'm also part of the artists, the creator program with Krea, so I'm very lucky to have a whole year's worth of compute credits, so I'm not having to worry about the cost of things. But as you can see straight away, we've gone from this image here, and we've got some of these gorgeous outputs here. So it's placed on the ground, it's given contextual backgrounds, so we've got some nice concrete there. This is starting to add additional lights to the scene, so we've got, you know, a nice yellowy orange and a contrasting blue there, and it really just brings the piece to life, the sculpture to life, and really picks out the details when you start to light things differently. And then this is quite nice coming in here. So if we were to take both of these as like start and end frame and put that into a video model, we can get some really nice results here. So yeah, the only downside of this at the moment, and this is probably for a later stream, is to get complete consistency between each of these. So there might be subtle differences here between each of these shots. So because it's a completely symmetrical item, or it's been interpreted as a completely symmetrical piece, more rendered like that, we're getting, it's going to be quite a nice output as it is. So yeah, so let's just do a really quick test then. This was nice. I'll download some of these and we'll put it into a video model and see what kind of output we get, and yeah, and then start to actually play around with the different scene descriptions, different lighting approaches, and so that might be actually quite nice to actually transition between two different lighting conditions. So like the lights are changing or the lights are moving, which is can be really cool. So yeah, let's have a little look. So what we can do from here, we can actually go into edit if we wanted to enter text to change it further with Nano Banana. But actually, I think upscaling these might be super useful. So I really like this one. And this opens up a new tab, as you see there. And so this then allows, I've got previous options down here, and we've got a few options here on how to enhance it and what different models to use. There's like a legacy model here. I'll try to put that over. I'm definitely in the way. Let's do this guy here. And so let's do this. And so you can see we've got different options for upscaling. So Bloom is the new upscaler. As you can see here, it gives you an idea of the max size, whether it's, and how long roughly that's going to take. So the Krea Enhance is pretty good for a lot of stuff, and only takes 30 seconds. So I'll just leave everything as default for now. I'll upscale it to 2K. And just click enhance. So we'll leave that running. And so that's off running in the queue. And then if we want those to continue, let me see if I zoom out a little bit. There we go. Cool. And what I want to do is actually do a nice camera movement between these two shots. So click upscale, open it in a new tab, create enhance. Yeah, that's great. And we'll just go enhance there. And now again, this is where, because we are enhancing these two images separately, there will be inconsistencies between the two. So it may enhance and add further details to some of these things. So this might not be the best way. We might actually use the video model on the unenhanced images as well. So it's always good to play around and have a little look and see what works. So this is unenhanced and this is enhanced. So you can see the difference here already the sort of the little details. It's resolving the details, and it's creating detail as it goes. And as it's creating that detail, yeah, we sometimes get a few different things, which isn't what we want. So yeah, and then here, yeah, it's starting to look really nice, but things are different. So let's keep going. Okay. So this is a good example of the upscaling. We can come in and use those upscaled versions if we need to. So these are really nice, and all of the outputs, whether they're enhanced or otherwise, will actually be in your asset folder. So actually being able to come in and go to the asset folder, you can come to here and you can see everything that we've been up to. So I can zoom out and have a look at all of the other things that have been happening. Lots of projects and lots of things. So yeah, you can come in, you can filter by image and video and be able to play with those. So yeah, but we don't need to do any of that right now. We can just open another tab for video as well. And then it actually allows you to pick your model. So there's a lot of new ones. There's some amazing things. Kling.01 does some great stuff. 1.2.6, Kling 2.6 do some really nice stuff. Because we have a start frame and an end frame, we are going to get as much consistency as we can through that there. So yeah, let's do this. 10 seconds, and you can actually select asset, which is a really nice, really nice tool. Like it just saves you so much time. So let's have a look, just organizing this. So we'll go right. We want to go from this image to not that one. We want to go end frame, select asset, and we want to go for this one. So we're essentially just zooming in and orbiting slightly because the camera angles are there, but the lighting is also changing. So that'll be what's really quite nice. We're going to do 10 seconds, want audio off, and then what we want is a really nice prompt in here. So let's just start with the basic one, and then we'll elaborate it and ask ChatGPT to expand upon it later, or even Claude. There's lots of options here. So let's just say smooth camera motion as orange light changes position. Okay. With a lot of this, it's re-roll and see what you get. And so whilst that's running, we can also kick off another one as well that also has end frame. So VO or VO 3.1 is pretty good as well. Dance Pro. So let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. So start an end frame, audio off, 10 seconds. That's a really slow one, but let's just see what Dance does. And then for another comparison, we can also do, let's do VO as well. Okay, all the same resolution. I think it's a good comparison. This will only be 8 seconds though, and we'll click run. And this is where Krea is a real superpower, being able to queue up multiples of these things. So even though I have a nice gaming PC, I'd still have to wait if I was using Comfy UI for that to finish. You can only really do one at a time. So yeah, really nice to be able to just line up multiples of these things and use them. So yeah, so that's basically how this works. But let's try a few, whilst everything else is running in the other tabs, let's try some other scene descriptions and see what we get. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is let's open up ChatGPT and just say we're going to expand on this. Yeah, expand on this relighting prompt. Give me a few different visually dynamic lighting setups to test. And so I can actually bring this over here as well. So just using the latest model, yeah, this is kind of what we want. We like playing around with it, see what we get. Let's see here. Okay, welcome, welcome. So, yeah, let's just keep this running. Okay, so we're getting some interesting, it's actually giving me visual references as well, which is quite nice to see the difference here. So, yeah, super useful to be able to see what we want. Soft editorial, split color contrast, modern tech feel. Okay, so oh, okay, this is quite nice. Let's see. Let's just see what we get. And then there's prompts for each of these, so we can run each of these if we want. So we go back to the Photoshoot app, paste this in here. We're just going to run the same sculpture just to see what we get, and then click generate. So yeah, feel free if you've got any questions, drop them in the chat or comments below. Just a nice Sunday afternoon for me. It's raining outside in the UK, and we'll see what we get. So let's see. Okay, we've got some nice video outputs already. Okay, so this is start and end frame. So yeah, we started off with just a fairly basic studio image of the sculpture. We've relit it, and this is just a nice little look about what we can achieve. So all by itself, it moved the lighting, and so it's actually created that light move for us. Because then what we can do is we can actually use something like Runway to upscale this later, and that will actually finish off the details nicely. So that's a really nice move because it's slow, it's steady. Yeah, and yeah, in terms of aspect ratio, we'll cover that later. I think starting with 9:16 and then yeah, going through to something else isn't too bad. Okay, this is cool. Okay, let's just take a look at this. What's nice is it's actually highlighting some of the lines. Oh, okay, I see what it did there. It completely morphed the form. It basically took this end, and as you can see, it transitions and morphs. So that's exactly what we don't want. We don't want any transforming at this point. That is fun and it's nice, but it's not the goal of what we want to do for now. And that was C Dance did that. So let's see what VO3's done. Oh, okay, so it highlights it and then kind of fades that into lighting. It's creative. It's definitely creative. It's not exactly what we're looking for. I think we really did hit it with Kling 2.6. I'm not a big fan of this tube that flies over it. But it's interesting. It's good enough. I quite like it. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Cool.